Think you know how to take care of your car? You might be making simple mistakes that are quietly destroying it. From driving habits you don't even think about to overlooked warning signs, these common behaviors can lead to serious damage and expensive repairs. Are you guilty of doing any of these? Your car is more than just a way to get around. It's a trusted friend for all of life's trips. But even if you think your car can handle anything, bad habits and problems that don't seem important at first can cause expensive damage over time. If you don't pay attention to these risks, you might be accidentally shortening the life of your car. Doing things like driving with almost no gas or running through puddles may not seem dangerous, but they can damage your car in surprising ways. Driving through deep water. A lot of people don't realize how much damage water can do to their car. Driving through deep water is very dangerous for your car's engine, transmission, and electrical systems, whether it's a street that's flooded or a big pool. Electrical parts that are sensitive to water can be damaged, and if water gets into the engine, it can lead to a problem called hydrolock. When an engine gets hydrolocked, water gets into the combustion chamber and stops it from turning over. This could make your car stall or even cause the engine to fail completely, which would require expensive fixes or a new engine. If at all possible, don't drive through streets or water that is still standing. If you have to cross a puddle, stay in the middle of the road, where the water is not too deep. If you drive slowly, you'll be less likely to splash water on the engine and other important parts, putting too much gas in your tank. Many people think that filling up their gas tank all the way to the top is the best way to get the most out of their gas. But putting too much gas in your tank can hurt your car's evaporative pollution control system. This system's job is to collect and store extra fuel fumes so that emissions are lower. If you fill the tank up too much, the extra gas can flood this system and make it not work. As a result, your car might have trouble starting, take a long time to crank, or even not start at all. Over time, you may have to pay a lot for fixes and use more gas. Don't fill up your tank again until the gas pump nozzle clicks off. It's not worth the damage to your car's pollution system to try to get those last few cents of fuel in. Ignoring the warning lights on the dashboard. You could be tempted to disregard the warning light for the check engine or the low tire pressure if your vehicle appears to be operating normally. The warning lights on the dashboard, on the other hand, are there for a specific purpose. They alert you to the possibility that anything is wrong beneath the hood. In the event that the check engine light is illuminated, for instance, it may indicate that the gas cap is open or that the oxygen sensor or catalytic converter is damaged. Ignoring these indications might cause relatively minor issues to become more severe over time, which will result in additional expenses and time. Do not disregard a warning light that appears on your panel if you should notice it. If you want to find out what's wrong with your vehicle, you should take it to a mechanic that has a good reputation. To prevent harm that will last for a long time, even minor issues should be resolved as soon as possible. Put your hand on the gear shifter, manual transmission. There is a possibility that you will leave your hand on the gear shifter while you are driving if you are operating a vehicle that has a manual gearbox. Despite the fact that this behavior does not appear to be hazardous, it can cause the synchronizing gear units that are contained within the transmission to wear out more quickly than they should. The transmission may experience increased wear and tear over time as a result of this pressure, which may result in costly repairs, or possibly the need to purchase a new transmission system. Be sure not to rest one hand on the gear shifter if you want to avoid any potential dangers. Therefore, be sure that both hands are on the steering wheel. Because of this, not only will your engine be protected, but driving will also become safer for you, because you will have more control over your personal vehicle. Driving with a nearly empty gas tank. When the gas gauge is almost empty, a lot of drivers push their vehicles to their limits, which can be dangerous. While driving with a low fuel level, on the other hand, you run the risk of causing damage to the fuel pump in your vehicle. The fuel pump is designed to remain submerged in fuel so that it may maintain its coolness and continue to function properly. If there is not enough fuel in the tank, the pump may draw in dirt and debris from the bottom of the gas tank. This can cause the pump to become clogged, which in turn can cause harm to the engine. It is also possible that the pump will begin to draw air into the engine, which may cause the engine to either cease operating or be difficult to start. Going from drive to reverse without stopping. It might seem like a good idea to save a little time by switching between drive and reverse while your car is still moving, but it can really hurt your transmission. The transmission in your car is set up so that the gears can switch quickly when the car is stopped. When you shift while moving, the gears grind against each other, which can cause the transmission to break down early. How to stay away from this risk? Always stop your car all the way before changing from drive to reverse. Doing this simple thing every day can make your transmission last longer and keep you from having to pay for expensive fixes down the road. Ignoring weird sounds or vibrations. There is a possibility that your vehicle will occasionally create sounds or motions that were not there in the past. Despite the fact that it is simple to disregard these indicators, they can potentially conceal issues that need to be addressed. Some noises, such as screaming, may indicate that the brake pads have become worn out. On the other hand, bumps may indicate that the tires are not balanced, that the suspension is not functioning properly, or that the engine is not operating correctly. How to stay away from this risk? Do not ignore any strange sounds or feelings you may feel. Soon as possible, take your car to a mechanic for a full checkup. If you catch problems early, they may not get worse and require more expensive fixes or even put people in danger. How to keep your car safe and avoid hiring a repair shop? It is of the utmost importance to take proper care of your automobile if you want it to function properly and last for a very long time. You can keep your car in good operating order for many years to come and prevent harm to it by making a few easy adjustments to your routine. You should exercise caution when you are near water. If you want to prevent damage to your engine and electrical systems, you should avoid driving through deep water. When you are refueling, exercise caution and cut off the addition of gas as soon as the nozzle clicks off. It is possible to keep your vehicle in excellent condition and prevent having to pay for costly repairs in the future if you pay a little bit of extra attention to it. If you found this helpful and want to keep your car in top shape, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more tips to help you avoid costly car mistakes and keep your ride running smoothly.